Teotihuacan is located 30 miles northeast of Mexico City.
It is currently located in the Mexico state or Estado de Mexico.
The oldest city in the basin of Mexico was Cuicuilco. It flourished in the middle and late formative period, around 700 BC to 150 AD. Due to the eruption of the Citadel volcano, most of the population of Cuicuilco was displaced north. Teotihuacan's empowerment seems to be linked with the arrival of the survivors of the volcanic disaster from the south of the basin. Teotihuacan was a multi-ethnic state. Neighborhoods of foreigners included people from the Maya area, Oaxaca, the Gulf of Mexico and Western Mexico. Teotihuacan also influenced several cities in those regions.
From the 3rd to the 6th century, the population of Teotihuacan has been calculated between 100 to 150,000 inhabitants.
The city's orientation was based on the setting of the sun on August the 12th and April the 29th for the east-west alignment constructions.
These dates are separated for an interval of 260 days, therefore this orientation was associated with the sacred calendar of 260 days. The Teotihuacan architects planned the city as a cosmogram. Teotihuacan was associated with calendrical principles and astronomical observations.
The city also has a north-south orientation of 15.5 degrees east of the astronomical north.
The north-south orientation could be related to geographical factors. As some researchers have pointed out, the Street of the Dead is directed towards the summit of the Cerro Gordo, that was considered a sacred mountain.
The Street of the Dead functioned as the city's central north-south axis. It was used as a processional way.
The Pyramid of the Sun was built over a tunnel leading to a man-made cave located 6 meters beneath the center of the structure. Stone masks and figurines, pieces of obsidian, feline sculptures, and representation of the all-fire god have been recently found as part of ongoing excavations inside the pyramid.
The Citadel is a sunken square, and it's located at the bottom end of the Street of the Dead. The Citadel has high walls, and its courtyard could house around 100,000 people. Within the Citadel sits 15 structures believed to have been used for public ceremonies, 2 residential compounds believed to have housed priests or the government of the city, and at the centre the feathered Serpent temple.
The feathered Serpent pyramid was built during the 1st century. Great pits containing 200 individuals have been found in relation to its construction. The feathered Serpent pyramid was hidden by the Dosada pyramid due to a political changes of Teotihuacan during the 4th century. The temple is decorated with feathered serpent heads alternated with those of a snake-like creature identified commonly as Tlaloc, the god of the rain. In 2003, a tunnel was discovered beneath the feathered serpent pyramid. A vertical shaft of almost 5 meters by side is the access to the tunnel that goes 14 meters deep. At the end of the tunnel, the archaeologists found a chamber representing the underworld or a microcosm of Teotihuacan. Also, 4 green stone statues were found, probably representing the founding ancestors of Teotihuacan.
The pyramid was constructed in a series of phases. The start of the pyramid was around 100 AD, with its completion around 450 AD. The structure was associated with the great goddess of Teotihuacan, that was related to water and fertility.
It has 7 layers of structures constructed on the top of each other with the aim of enlarging the temple and updating its religious power. The archaeologists have found offerings that were made at either the foundation or termination of the constructive phases of the monument. Rattlesnakes, canids, felines, and birds of prey remains were found associated with young male foreigners that also were sacrificed as part of the consecration deposits at the Moon Pyramid. Teotihuacan's architects utilized conventional features such as an architectural profile known as talud tablero, consisting of a slope, talud, topped by a vertical panel, tablero.
The art and architecture of the city reflected a collective identity with a high degree of planning, residential compounds, and a cosmopolitan population.
Most of the residential compounds were decorated with mural painting.
The main theories of the decline of the city were possibly environmental problems, such as drought, overexploitation of natural resources, large-scale migration of the population from the northwest Mexico into the basin of Mexico, and social tensions and political problems that possibly also explain the burning of the city and the iconoclasm around 550 AD.
The archaeological evidence points out that the destruction was an inside job rather than a foreign invasion. After the collapse of Teotihuacan, new city-states flourished or emerged. This period is known as Epiclassic in the central Altiplano between 600 to 900 AD. Xochicalco, Cacaxtla, and Cholula were some of these new city-states that benefited from the collapse of Teotihuacan.